This is certainly something that's on almost all of our clients' minds. Most of the companies and clients that we represent are multinationals, and everyone has had to take into account more and more geopolitics as part of their business planning. So, for example, we do have a lot of clients now who have a China Plus One strategy, where they are looking for additional countries or markets in which to shift or alter their investments. So we're helping with that. I think it's a fact of where we are at now, that whether you're talking about Asia, whether you're talking about this part of the world, people do need to look for ways to mitigate the implications of geopolitical tensions, sanctions and the rest. Yes.
Would you say one way of what your client is doing is nearshoring, as they call it?
Yes, nearshoring, friendshoring, many different versions of that. But it's really just to make sure that their supply chains continue to be secure and stable. But even with that, it still requires them to seek our advice, for example, or work with advisors to understand going to new markets, and also understand increasingly not just sanctions but also investment regulations in new markets. That's certainly something we're seeing as well. So these days, things are more and more hyper-local. So where our clients still want to be in multiple markets, but that ability to have that knowledge of the local context and local government thinking is also critical.
How much is Taiwan a concern to your clients?
I think at a higher level, all of our clients, ourselves included, are watching and hoping that tensions do not escalate because we've already got enough conflict and tensions in various parts of the world. Having said that, I think most of our clients do have contingency plans, but are hoping for the best. And we're expecting, obviously, that it's not going to be, hopefully, a sudden conflagration. It's a potential rise and diminution in tensions as time goes on. And the fact that the two presidents are speaking with each other is a positive signal, we hope.
Let's look into 2024 and the big themes. We were talking about cybersecurity, that there's an increased demand for services in that sphere. So how are your clients doing here?
Well, I mean, we've just had, we were at this week having our regional client meetings here in Frankfurt, regional partner meetings with also a lot of client conferences. And I would say, aside from geopolitical implications, the number one topic is digital transformation. In particular, the impact of generative AI and AI generally, but also how everyone's transforming their businesses across all sectors, not just the tech sector. So the importance of the use and protection and the storing of data is super critical. Cybersecurity is one aspect, protecting consumer data, protecting client information, protecting proprietary information is important. But also several other aspects. Sometimes there are employment law implications, tax law implications as well of that. I think everyone is trying to adapt their business models, knowing that AI is going to transform many industries. And so we look at this both from supporting them in some of the legal aspects, but we're also trying to improve our own processes so that we are more efficient.
Yeah, we're seeing big conglomerates, especially doing M&A as well in that specific niche of the market. So perhaps that kind of brings us to the general M&A outlook, because currently it seems that things are rather sort of, not completely to a standstill, but quite cool. So what's your outlook? Is there a backlog?
Well, I think there is a lot of dry powder out there.
Yeah.
And although transaction volumes slowed a little bit in the first half of this year, we're certainly starting to see them pick up. And in fact, it's been pretty steady for us because being the global law firm that we are, you could have one region that's slower, another region that's picking up. And what we've definitely seen on a broader scale, apart from the M&A and restructuring that happens because of the nearshoring, friendshoring, restructuring of supply chains, we've also seen people restructuring their assets, or in some cases selling off non-core assets, because among other things, interest rate environment is different. Interest rates are higher than they've been in the last 10 years or so, and demand is more volatile. So people are looking at ways in which they can streamline their businesses. So we've been helping with those types of M&As, especially if you've got a global asset footprint.